Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am Morris Merriweather, host of Straight Talking Room 503. Boy, have we got things to talk about this week. I'm so glad that you joined me. I hope that you've had an opportunity to purchase a copy of my book at www.morrismerriweather.com. But I am truly glad that you are back in another session of Straight Talk with me. Ladies and gentlemen, as I normally do, I normally start off in my hometown. As you see, I've been calculating it all weekend and trying to see maybe if there is a difference in your hometown than my hometown. And I find that there's not a really major difference, except your city may be larger, you have more students, more money being spent per student than in my county. And then I also looked at other small counties surrounding my county. And my county, ladies and gentlemen, is doing worse than a lot of the counties surrounding me. Is the reason why Madison County students are fleeing to other counties and to private school. You know, I was impressed also in reading an article this week. We have a private school that started out with less than 70-some students many years ago. And today there's over 700 students in this particular private school. According to the reading, 7 parents got together, perhaps in a living room, and discussed, we need to do something different. We need to make sure we have strong teachers, effective teachers. We need to remove ourselves from the public education and try to see if we can build giants of students that can take over this country and really do something. The basic thing that I got from that is that they was a praying 7 families. And that particular 7 families prayed, and gradually they was able to hire some teachers, get some resources, had headmaster from Memphis to come in and meet with them, and slowly they began to grow. One of the things they said for 2 or 3 or 4 years, they just met and organized and talked and looked at it. Then they put down some of their own money. They happened to got some matching funds from a donor that to this day has not come forth and said, but believed in the dream. The essence of the story is that Trinity Christian Academy is now one of the finest private schools in the area. And a lot of Madison County students has fled to Trinity, and a lot of our teachers who have been in our school system has fled to Trinity. And now we got big donors who are placing money in there because they know that these are going to be some giants or some students who are going to govern and move forward in this country. We're going to cover some things about Madison County. We're going to travel to Washington State. We're going to travel to Shelby County, Davidson County, Henderson County, Chester County, Gibson County. We're going to jump all around and talk about some counties. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the class, there's not going to be a great bit of difference in a lot of the counties. Public education is failing everywhere you look, and we are asleep at the wheel. Let's take a small break. Let me gather some data and come back to you. We'll start out talking with Madison County, and we'll move to some more counties. Then I'll give an overall summary, and then we'll dismiss the class a little early because you've been very attentive students today. Thank you very much. Stay with me. I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and as I said previously before we went to break, was that we are going to, at least I am going to give you some information on my home county, and then I'm going to show you that there's not a whole lot going on in your home county as well. I'm going to do some reading and some digressing back, and let's see what we come up with. This week, Madison County, the report card on Madison County school system came out. Not only in Madison County, it came out all across the 50 states, but in particular Madison County. Let me read you this article. I wanted to make sure I read it and didn't misquote something. I'll tell you something's wrong. Straight talking about keeping it straight and keeping it accurate, making sure I get the facts. Jackson Madison County school system has less growth than expected in Tennessee value-added assessment system, according to a report card released this Thursday by the Tennessee Department of Education. We still have improved. This is our superintendent talking, our new superintendent, one with the vision. We still have improved. We still have improvements we need to make in terms of teaching more rigorously and making sure that we provide the standard-based education available, according to Superintendent of Schools Ruffin. We need to do more than just the remediation. We really need to have a stronger foundation, and that's really important for us to be able to make a significant difference, Tie-town again this thing, in what we want to see in our student improvement. Report cards are included for both district and individual schools. School district was rated on a scale of 1 to 5. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the highest 5, the lowest 1. With 1 and 2 meaning that they made less than the expected growth based upon the students' performance statewide in the 2014-15 school year. A score of 3 means the expected level of growth was met, while 4 and 5 indicate that the district or the school exceeded the expected growth. Madison County school systems received an overall 1. Now let's go back and talk about what that 1. That 1 means that they had less than the expected growth. All right. Now, a score 1 means least effective. 2 means approaching average effectiveness. 3 mean average effectiveness. 4 mean above average effectiveness. 5 mean more effective growth. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll look at this here. For the 4th through 8th grade value-added growth, averaging over the past 3 years, the district received a D for math, also reading and science. That's a D in math. That's a D in reading. And ladies and gentlemen, if you can't read, you can't function in no coursework. Last year, the district received an A in math. That's last year. Stay with me now. Last year, we got an A in math. This year, we got a D. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like to me the train is not going uphill. The train is going downhill. We had a D in reading, and we have a C in science and a B in social studies. Social studies scores was not available this year since a new assessment testing was taking place. A grade of a D indicates that the actual growth fell below. This is coming straight out of the superintendent's office. A grade of D indicates there's actually growth fell short of expected growth. Let's go right back to this page here. D in math, D in reading, C in science. The district received a B in math, a C in reading, a C in science in that category. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can summarize this, because these figures are overwhelming me and probably overwhelming you, and you're probably not sure what I'm really saying. I am saying very clearly that we got a 1. We didn't grow at all. The report also shows that the graduation rate of 91% for Madison County school system is down from 94.5% last year. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going downhill, and while we're going downhill, you're not showing up at the meetings. You're not answering any questions. The fiber of our community is deteriorating. The Chamber of Commerce is not saying anything. In the morning, I will be attending a meeting in the morning in your time when you see this video, the show. The meeting will have taken place. The state legislators are meeting in Madison County at 7:30 a.m. on Monday morning to discuss what's going on with public education in Madison County. Now, I can't help but to attend that meeting. I like to see what the legislators are thinking and what they're doing, because there's no real growth. Madison County has 877 teachers, 76 administrators, and my question is, what are the Board of Education doing? What is the superintendent's new? And she has a new vision. In fact, we're paying mega bucks to have a Kim Horn firm to come in and tell us what schools need to be closed, how we can save money. Where is the money going? The teaching is not up. So where are we spending the money? Why are you at home watching 2020 and Scandal and all of that? We have a scandal in public education, and you're not watching that show. We have 12,000 students down from 14,000 students because 2,000 students got up in the broad on daylight, went to private school, went to surrounding counties. Now, they went to counties who are doing better than this county, but they're not doing as well as they're supposed to be doing. So why is it that there was no media, no press conference, no nothing? It reminds me that if I had 14 cars on the lot and I came to school in the morning and 2 of them was missing, and I wouldn't go looking for the 2 or call the police department and says I'm missing 2 vehicles on my lot. If 1 is missing, they're going to call the police department. Why is it that when it comes to our greatest resource, which is our children, why that 2,000 of our children left the school system and nowhere in my county but me has talked about it? And if I'm wrong, you have my website, you got my phone number, you give me a call. I'm telling you straight talk, and I'm giving you the truth. Our system is in trouble, and no one is doing anything about it. It's like a house on fire, and the fire department standing there with the hoses and won't turn on the water. Ladies and gentlemen, the new superintendent says that she has a new vision. Then if she has a new vision, why is it that the scores are an old score? They are low like they was last year and the previous year. We got to do something different. I just want to come back and we're going to wrap up because the clock on the wall said we're about out of time. I'm going to give you some statistics on surrounding counties and let you see that it's not too much better in other schools. And we're going to wrap this up, and we hope that you'll gather together and get on the phone, call a friend, call a board member, call the superintendent, call your elected officials and say, what the hell is going on? Why am I spending mega bucks for taxes to improve public education, and public education is on fire and no water is being put on it? See you in a few minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, let's wrap this up. And the clock on the wall says it's time to get out of here, and I don't want to hold you longer in class than necessary. I have the statistics for Madison County that is on the website. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm showing you something that I didn't make up. This is knowledge that you can go and get as well. Madison County has, according to this, 13,063 students, and I beg to differ with them. We're down to 12,000. But this could be before. It says 2014. We'll go with their numbers. I'm saying that's incorrect. We received $9,489.40 per student. So then there's 13,063 students. We received from the state and federal government $123,967,000 for each student. Let's see how they did with what they have with the money. We're down in math. We're talking about how successful we was in math. Only 25% of the students successfully met the standard in math. In reading, 17%. Science, 23%. Algebra, 19%. Algebra 2, 25%. Biology, 21%. English, 14.7%. English 3, 27%. English 2, 14%. Chemistry, 26%. That's why we're not going to be able to supply what's needed in the industries that are coming. Henderson County, which is not far from our county, received $33 million. And let's see what did they do with their money. In math, they only had 22% that successfully met the standard. Reading, 39%. Science, 21%. Algebra, 10%. Biology, 18%. English, 15%. Ladies and gentlemen, they're failing in the counties where our students are running to. Now, we're talking about the graduation rate. In Henderson County, 96.3% met the graduation rate. In reference to the ACT scores, which is the highest is 36.0%, 19.5% of the students met the ACT. In Madison County, 17.3%. We're down even in meeting the ACT scores. Other counties are doing better. That's why the students are going to those counties. The parents are saying, I'm sending my child to the better district. We're now over in Chester County. Chester County received $21,860,000. And in math, they had 8.3%. Biology, 17.7%. Everything is not being met, even on there. They are doing well in the ACT. The graduation rate over in Chester County is 93.3%. Now, in Crockett County, they received 60. It's a lot of money coming into these counties. And when you look at the achievement in Crockett County in all the schools in math, it's 14.3%, which is 21% average, and we have nothing over 50%. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to Davidson County and look at the money. Over in Davidson County, and by the way, that's Nashville, Tennessee, they received, $966,493. And not in anything that they make over 41.7%. It's not happening. The teaching is not taking place and the students are not exceeding. Now, the ACT score is 18.7 in Davidson County. Look at the graduation rate. 81.6% of the students are graduating. Lastly, Shelby County, which is Memphis, Tennessee. They received $1,302,667,000, and let's see what they did. The graduation rate, 75%. The ACT scores is 16.9. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't bore you any longer with reading these statistics for you. The bottom line is public education is failing. It's out of control. And something must be done to turn it around. We pull prayer out of the schools. We put all the blame on the parents. They have their share, and also you and I have our share. But ladies and gentlemen, we have got to do something. The figures are out there. You can go online by typing in the state report card in whatever city that you want to look at. And if you find something different, please let me know. I find that we're not faring well in public education as a whole in any of the 50 states. Some are doing a little bit better, but that is why Japan and other foreign countries are whipping the socks off of us in terms of education, because they're putting in longer hours, more effective teachers, less money, greater results. I've been your host, Morris Merriweather, this week, and I hope that you've gotten something out of this. A lot of these figures has been mind-boggling to me as well. But I do have enough common sense to know that public education is spiraling out of control. And so hopefully next week we'll come back. Maybe I'll have some better things to tell you. But I will be attending several educational meetings this week, and maybe we'll find out what is going wrong in public education. Thank you very much. I'm your host, Morris Merriweather at Straight Talk. Please get a copy of my book at www.morrismerriweather.com. Call a friend, tell a friend. Morris Merriweather is talking about public education, and the community is silent, not only in his county, but in mine. We have got to get on the phone and start making some contact. Thank you very much. I'll see you again next week.